So New Year's coming, so let's do something totally new. I haven't showed y'all any of this yet. Now you've seen me install flush mounted metal vents, but today I'm going to show you how you can make your own flush mounted vents out of the same product that you're having installed in your home. So this is going to really apply when you're doing like a vinyl floor or even an engineered hardwood floor. We wouldn't use these on a solid hardwood floor because obviously they make regular solid wood vents 3/4 inches thick that we can put in, or the flush mounted metal ones like y'all have seen me do in the past. And this product's made by Top Step Vents, so they do all the flush mounted metal vents like I've put in, and they have a do-it-yourself kit. And that's what this one is that we're doing right here. So you'll use just your existing template, whatever size it is, might be a 4x10, 4x12, whatever. Then you got to have the other smaller do-it-yourself template, and it's going to come with a collet too that you got to put on the router. And like this one here is not perfectly flat, I'm just going to tap it down, get it in there perfectly flat with the router base. Then we're going to install the spiral bit that goes in there. So we're not going to be using the typical 1/4 inch pattern bit like where I'm routering out, setting these vents down in. This entire process, you're going to keep that collet and the router along with the spiral bit. It has that raised lip on that collet, and that's what you're going to use to run around the face of that template. So it's actually going to keep the bit inside a little bit more, so you're not fully routering straight down into the metal or hitting the metal or ruining your bit itself. Then we get over to the do-it-yourself template. We're going to take some double-sided tape. We're going to stick that to the same product that we're using. Obviously stick the template on there straight. Then you'll set the depth. You might want to do it a couple times where you're doing a little bit at a time, because like cutting the vinyl can actually, there's just nowhere for it to go, and I'll make a pass, vacuum it up, make another pass, vacuum it up, so on until I'm all the way through it. Then after I get all the slots cut, then I'll cut around the outside, pull the template and the piece of vinyl apart, and that's it, and stick it in place. Now I want to show you this. Now they do have another bigger piece of metal that goes underneath of the vinyl itself. I don't have one on hand, but I want to show you how it works. So it goes under the floor and it uses as a support for the vinyl. There is a picture of one completed and already installed. So not only is that a support for that thin vinyl flush mounted vent, it can also be used as a damper as well. There's a picture of the support / damper, just to give you a size comparison on how much bigger it is to fit underneath the vinyl and over top of the vent itself. But a pretty straightforward process. The first time you do it, it's probably going to take you a little bit longer, like 15-20 minutes. But once you get the hang of doing it, I mean, you can probably do a vent in 10 minutes or so. It's really not that bad. Again, we would only use this on like a vinyl or an engineered pre-finished floor.